Salut Denzel, and welcome to this midweek's lesson. Well, today we shall, without hesitating, continue from where we left on the last class. So it's obvious that we've gone through l'alphabet français, that's the French alphabet, and we've seen exactly how to pronounce each and every word attached to these letters. And we've seen the huge difference which there is for some letters as they are pronounced in single letters and how they are pronounced in actual words. We understood the differences in the pronunciation for most of them. Alright, so in our next lesson, which should be this Sunday, we shall again read through those words just to make sure that you still remember their pronunciation. Obviously, in the last lesson, you were good, and we expect you to do exactly the same thing in this upcoming session. So, for today, we're going to practice spelling of words from la lettre O right on to the end. And after that, we're going to do what we call un loto de l'alphabet. That's an alphabet lotto, where we're going to do what? I'm going to read out some letters. You're going to spell them, and at the end you're going to realize that we are actually spelling a word, which means I'll be spelling a word but not actually reading the word. I'll be reading letters one after the other, and of course in the end you will be asked to read the word. Once you've written all the letters and we've obtained the word, you'll be asked to pronounce the words, and we'll do that for many others. At the moment, let's practice with the spelling of these words. So, the first word from la lettre O which we have here is loose. And again, how do we spell loose? As you can clearly see, loose is spelled L-O-U-R-S. O-U-R-S. Don't forget the L apostrophe. That's what we pronounce loose. Alright, next letter is la lettre P. And for P again, we have the word la poire. La poire. And how do we spell la poire? La is L-A. Poire, P-O-I-R-E. Poire. La poire. Next, la lettre Q. And for la lettre Q, we have the word le quai. Le quai. Remember, when we are reading this word, le quai, the U is silent. So how do we spell le quai? L-E for le, Q-U-A-I for quai. So le quai. And we said that is a dock in French. The D-O-C-K, that's where ships anchor. Alright. The next letter is la lettre R. And for la lettre R, we have the word la radio, which should be an easy word for you to pronounce come this Sunday. So la radio is spelled L-A for la, R-A-D-I-O for radio, which gives the word la radio. Alright. And the next letter is la lettre S, which we're looking at. And for la lettre S, we have the word la souris. La souris. And how do we spell la souris? It is spelled L-A for la and S-O-U-R-I-S for souris. So la souris. Next, we are on la lettre T. And for la lettre T, we have the word la table. La table. Très bien. And la table is spelled L-A for la, T-A-B-L-E for bleu. La table. And you see, table is spelled exactly the same as in English. The difference lies in the pronunciation, obviously. Alright, and after la lettre T, we have la lettre U. And for the U again, we have the word l'usine. L'usine. And how do you spell l'usine? It is spelled L apostrophe U S E N E. L'usine. And we said l'usine is a factory. All right. Next letter we're looking at is la lettre V. La lettre V. And for la lettre V, we have the word la vache. La vache. And la vache is spelled L-A for la, V-A-C-H-E. La vache. Next letter in line is la lettre W for W. And we have the word le wagon lit. Le wagon lit. Le wagon lit is spelled L-E for le and wagon W-A-G-O-N hyphen L-E-T. That's le wagon lit. Remember for this le word le wagon, the W is pronounced as V, but when you're spelling, remember it's actually W sound which is there. Alright. And then next we have la lettre X for the word le xylophone. Le xylophone. And how is le xylophone spelled? A very easy word, just like in English. Le is spelled L-E. Xylophone is spelled X-Y, which is pronounced Z. L-O, which is pronounced lo. And P-H-O-N-E, pronounced phone. So le xylophone. Good. And then the next is la lettre Y. And Y, we have the word le Yahoo. Le Yahoo. Good. And how is le Yahoo spelled? L-E for le, Y-A for ya, and U for O-U-R-T. Le Yahoo. So remember, the R and the T are silent in the word. And that is for la lettre Y. Now, we are looking at la lettre Z, and we have the word le zèbre. Le zèbre. And how do we spell le zèbre? L-E for le, Z-E. Z-E. Remember this E here with the accent grave is not pronounced E, it is E. That's why you get the sound zèbre. So we have Z-E, B-R-E. Le zèbre. Très bien. And that is for the spelling of these words on l'alphabet français from la lettre O to Z. The other letters, we saw them in the previous lesson, and still we're going to practice in our upcoming session. So that will be the main part of the lesson, practicing the spelling of those words from la letter O to Z. And like I said, after that we're going to move on to the next page, which you can see here, titled L'auto de l'alphabet. And under l'auto de l'alphabet, what are we going to do? You can see the boxes here. I'm going to pronounce words, let's say letters, and you will be tasked with writing each letter as I pronounce one after the other. And in the end, we're going to try to read out the word which we were trying to spell from reading the letters single. And that's going to be a very brief exercise, after which will now take us to the next page again, where we shall still be talking about l'alphabet, but this time around we have some words, as you can see here, written on each boxes, and you'll be tasked with reading them out. Not only reading them out and identifying how many syllables the words are spelled. And obviously, we're equally going to get the meaning of those words in French. Like, for example, the first word we're seeing here is garçon. Garçon. And it is spelled G-A-R-C, which is pronounced S-O-N. Garçon. Garçon. So that is what we shall be doing in the course of this lesson as well. For now, it's time for us to say au revoir. Catch you in our live session next Sunday. Pour l'instant, c'est le moment de se dire au revoir et à bientôt. Ciao, ciao. Bye bye.